Lies are as old as humanity. From the earliest days, people have concealed, exaggerated, or twisted the truth to protect themselves, to gain advantage, or to avoid pain. Deception is not always sinister. Sometimes it emerges from fear, sometimes from shame, sometimes even from the desire to protect another person's feelings. But whether small or great, whether harmless or harmful, lies leave traces. No matter how carefully someone constructs a story, deception places a burden on the body and the mind, and that burden leaks into behavior. If you know what to look for, the truth reveals itself in the cracks between words. To understand deception, you must first grasp the tension it creates. Telling the truth is easy because it flows naturally from memory. The body relaxes, the voice finds its rhythm, and the story unfolds smoothly. Lying, on the other hand, demands effort. A liar must fabricate details, keep track of the false narrative, and simultaneously suppress the truth. This juggling act consumes mental energy, and the strain often shows. The voice may waver, the body may stiffen, or gestures may become exaggerated in an attempt to appear convincing. What looks like confidence can quickly crumble into unease when the lie grows heavy. One of the most revealing signs of deception is inconsistency. When words do not match tone, when gestures contradict speech, when the story changes with each retelling, the mask begins to slip. For example, someone may insist they are calm, yet their voice rises in pitch and their hands fidget uncontrollably. Another may recount a tale with perfect detail one day, only to forget or alter those same details later. The human brain struggles to keep falsehoods consistent, while truth remains steady. Watching for these contradictions gives you the first glimpse of hidden intent. Another clue lies in micro-expressions, those fleeting flashes of emotion that erupt before the conscious mind can contain them. A liar may deny wrongdoing, yet fear flickers across their face in a fraction of a second. They may speak words of reassurance, while contempt briefly curls their lip. These expressions are the subconscious rebelling against the false narrative, insisting on honesty for a split moment before the mask is restored. Most people miss them, but once you train yourself to notice, you cannot ignore the emotional leakage. The eyes, too, betray deception. While popular culture has exaggerated the idea that liars avoid eye contact, the truth is more nuanced. Some liars do avert their gaze, struggling to face the person they are deceiving. But others overcompensate, locking eyes too intently, as if daring you to question them. The key is not whether eye contact exists, but how natural it feels. Genuine connection flows effortlessly, while forced or exaggerated stares feel rigid and artificial. Watch also for rapid blinking, sudden shifts in gaze, or eyes that dart as the brain scrambles to fabricate details. These small movements often speak louder than any words. Voice patterns shift under the weight of deception as well. Stress can cause a throat to tighten, producing a strained or higher-pitched tone. Speech may quicken as the liar tries to rush past uncomfortable details, or it may slow unnaturally as they carefully construct answers. Pauses grow longer, filled with ums and ahs, as the brain searches for consistency. Sometimes the opposite occurs. A liar rehearses so thoroughly that the story flows too smoothly, too perfectly, stripped of the natural imperfections of genuine memory. Whether too polished or too hesitant, the imbalance itself is suspicious. Gestures can also reveal hidden intent. A hand that covers the mouth mid-sentence, a sudden touch to the nose, or fingers brushing the neck can all be signs of internal conflict. These self-soothing behaviors are the body's attempt to release tension. Feet that shuffle, legs that cross and uncross, hands that fidget with objects, all are outlets for nervous energy. At the same time, exaggerated gestures such as pounding the table or spreading arms too wide may be attempts to oversell the story, to distract from the lie with displays of false conviction. But perhaps the clearest indicator of deception lies in detail. Truth tends to live in the small, natural descriptions of experience. People recall not just events, but feelings, sensations, and context. Lies, however, often lack depth. They may be vague, skipping over specifics, or overly elaborate, drowning in unnecessary detail meant to convince. A liar may repeat phrases like "to be honest" or "believe me," thinking such words strengthen their case. In reality, they reveal insecurity. When truth is present, it does not need constant reinforcement. One powerful tool in detecting lies is to gently challenge the narrative. Ask for details in different order. Request the story backward or probe seemingly minor points. Truth flows in any direction because it is anchored in reality. Lies, however, often collapse under the weight of unexpected questioning. The liar hesitates, becomes defensive, or contradicts themselves. The key is not aggression, but curiosity, applying gentle pressure until the cracks appear. It is also essential to remember that not every sign of nervousness equals deception. Some people sweat, fidget, or avoid eye contact simply because they feel anxious, shy, or intimidated. Others may display stress signals because they fear being disbelieved, even when telling the truth. That is why patterns matter. No single gesture or tone shift proves a lie. But when multiple signs converge, when inconsistencies pile up, when micro-expressions flash, when the story shifts, the weight of evidence becomes undeniable. Understanding deception also requires empathy. Lies are not always malicious. Sometimes people lie to protect their dignity, to shield loved ones from pain, or to avoid conflict. Other times, deception is born from fear of rejection, punishment, or shame. By recognizing the signs, you are not called to judge harshly, but to respond wisely. Knowing when you are being misled allows you to decide whether to confront, to wait, or to disengage entirely. The power lies not in exposing the liar, but in freeing yourself from their influence. In relationships, this awareness protects the heart. In business, it safeguards resources. In leadership, it ensures decisions are grounded in truth rather than illusion. And in everyday life, it sharpens your intuition, confirming those gut feelings you once dismissed. Lies are everywhere, but so are the signals that betray them. Once you know how to see, you will never again be blind to the subtle dance of deception. Ultimately, spotting lies is not about cynicism. It is not about suspecting everyone of dishonesty. It is about clarity. It is about recognizing when words and reality diverge, when the story being told does not align with the signals of the body. In those moments, you hold a choice: to dig deeper, to protect yourself, or to guide the interaction toward honesty. The truth is always present, waiting in the pauses, the gestures, the tones, the fleeting expressions. Train yourself to notice, and you gain not just protection from deception, but a deeper understanding of the fragile, complex, and often conflicted human heart.